Optician India SAMVAD. Today we discuss international developments, and for this we have with us the power couple of the optical industry, Giovanni and Alessandra Giardi Vittaloni. Giovanni is the president of Mido, which is the largest eyewear expo in the world, and is the founder, president, and CEO of Vanni Eyewear, an innovative and independent brand celebrated for its creative eyewear designs. On the other hand, his better half, Alessandra, is a visionary leader in the luxury eyewear industry. As Vice President of Strategy and Development at Vanni, she drives innovation, growth, and champions Italian craftsmanship and design excellence. With her expertise in international relations, Alessandra fosters global partnerships and collaborations. Alessandra is also Vice President of Exclusive Brands Torino, promoting Piedmonte's excellence worldwide. Her dedication to quality, sustainability, and innovation has earned her recognition as a respected industry expert. So, for the benefit of our audiences, I would request Giovanni to help us understand what inspired you to start Vani Eyewear and what was the initial journey like.
So first of all, I needed to say something which is pretty important. I have been a Mido president in the last 8 years, so it has been a very long journey, which went through also difficult times with the pandemic years. Today, Mido is the leader event for our optical industry. And I can inform you that I have arrived to the end of my mandate with the 24 edition, which was a breaking record edition. And starting from next edition, I'm very happy that there will be a new lady president of Mido and of the association, because what is extremely important is the turnover in the association. I was supposed to be Mido president for 4 years, but I have been for 8 years, and it has been a great experience. We have, again, Mido is the place to be if you have a role in our industry, because Mido is not just a trade show, it's much more than that. We have positioned the trade show to be a cultural event for our industry. And since years, we've been pushing on values that I believe are important also for our private company. Values such as, of course, Italian style, creativity, but since years, we are talking about sustainability. So, stated this in advance, I want to say that Vanni was started in 1987. So this is 37 years ago. I was just in the, let's say, college years, and with at that time with my dad, that helped me to really finance and promote a new business for me. We have created something that was very new for the time. So we don't have to forget that medical device is the origin of our products. But what we wanted to give was a touch of creativity, which was not just linked to fashion, but was linked to the design in the meaning of project development. So the way you project a frame, we have applied the same rules as we here in Torino, we project a car. So it's there is no shortcut when you make a project of an item that needs to go on the face of people. Things have to be done in the right way. And that was our really approach to make long-lasting products with an engineering approach that is typical of our culture in Torino, where we have the most important polytechnic in Italy. And that's the way we started. And since the beginning, I wanted to give to Vanni a strong Italian soul to be exported in the international markets. So I've been carrying, let's say, our Italian flag around the world since 37 years, and with a genuine creativity that stands out in a very clear way. So when you see a Vanni product, because of the color, because of the material, you have to think that it's something special and unique done by our brand.
And Alessandra, what sets your brand apart from others in the industry?
I think it's a combination of things that starts and has its roots very sound in the product, how it is made, where it is made, with that touch of hand craftsmanship and the tradition of Italian manufacturing in that field. But that, I was saying, is a combination of things. That is a good product, well done, and also is a combination of values that are in a way intangibles. And I think those are also very important because you cannot count them, you cannot give numbers to them, but are a set of values that are contributing to the awareness of the brand and make us not only an Italian company producing nice and good frames, but also having a model of business that is sustainable because it's respectful of the people and the planet and the profit as well. That has to go along, but it's not only that. And that set of values that are, as I was saying, are not financial numbers, but are values, and we will get more in that as we go along this interview with you on what they are. I think they support the way and the product because nowadays, newer generations, and I think that is the same all over the world. It's the same in India as it is in Italy. They're asking us for more. So they want to live and have the guarantee that there will be a future for them, there will be space for them, and we have to make that for them. And so we have to incorporate in the way we do business values that are sustainable for future generations and for the future of our planet.
Alessandra, could you walk us through the design process?
Yes, this is very interesting. You know, in Italy, we have a long-standing history of craftsmanship in the industry of eyewear. Actually, it goes back to the Roman Empire. You know, the first pair of glasses used to be emeralds used by the Nero, emperor of Rome, to use as shields for the sun. So our industry was born actually in a region very located in upper northeast of Italy, close to Venice, let's say, to have an indication. And it was born there over 150 years ago. So over there, still today, we find hands that know how to handle the industrial process. So it's a mix of industrial, up-to-date technologies and machineries that are still led by minds of people. So it's not artificial intelligence, it's very sound people and tradition and heritage intelligence going along with the best industry and technology. So the process starts from the raw material that is produced locally. In our case, we do exclusive materials. For example, acetates are designed by our style center. So here in Torino, where we have our headquarters, we have all the concept design of the frame and the concept design also of the material built in the frame. So it's like a tailor who produces its own fabric and its own dress. You're very good at doing that in India as well. You know, we know the beautiful fabric you're known in the world to make, and then your beautiful dresses you make. So in the industry, in our sector, it's the same for us. So we do we work the raw material, make it nice, and then that goes to companies that are based in this area, in the region close to Venice. And there you have factories with long-standing experience, where, as I was saying, hands meet the industry. And that's a peculiarity. It's something that really has to do with the heritage, because, you know, that style, that touch, the beauty of the end product, it's a mix of things. And we really think we can take care of that with endless care of detail and care for respecting that heritage. Again, it's something like I was saying, it's an intangible value, but it goes into the product. And when you see the product, you can see there is a touch that is unique.
So, Giovanni, how do you stay on top of the latest trends and styles?
Well, this is a matter of really living deeply the markets and living deeply different kind of fields. the trends are coming, the inputs on the trends are coming from the very different environments. So on one side, we are not inspired, but I would say we are pushed by the innovation of new technologies, by the innovation through new materials. And so we are always looking at through cooperations with labs, with the Polytechnic, even with I would say with other industries, which can help us really to innovate, especially in the materials or in the process. But then what is extremely important in terms of trends is to know the direction of shapes and colors. As you know, more and more in the past years, color became an important value for the development of the products. So every year there's a lot of expectations in terms what is going to be the color of the year. We are at the beginning of December. To Dentone will announce the name of the new color for 2025. So everybody is looking forward to understand if it's going to be a purple, a peach color, or blue or red. And that's a statement which is clearly influencing the market and the marketing of many companies. So you have these big agencies like, for example, WGSN in London, which study the trends of colors and give trends of colors, especially to the fashion world and to the fashion brands, which somehow do also influence the work of accessory companies like ours. So in terms of colors, we are definitely influenced by what's happening in the fashion. But then in terms of shapes, it's a matter really, the fashion, of course, influences a bit. But then we do see, since we're in the business since 35 years, that there is a sort of constant cycle. So you go small, and then when you go small, it's time to go big. When you go big, it's time to then go small again. So it's a cycle of really of trends, which we do see in the space of 15 years, going and going out and coming back and going out and coming back. So I would say that history, it's inspiring because it's a cycle. The fashion world inspires, and innovation comes through technologies and universities and collaboration with universities.
Alessandra, I just wanted to know, you mentioned about materials. What kind of materials do you use for your eyewear, and why did you choose them?
Our principal material is the noble acetate that comes from the flock of cotton, and it's a very versatile material. So like I was mentioning, it can be used and styled in a way that you can create your own pattern. So this is very important. Like really, it's a matter of creating your fabric with which you do your dress. So acetate is the material with which we do the most extraordinary patterns that then we use on the frames. But we also work at the same time with metal, and we use a particular technology that is called chemical edging to work and engrave the surface of the metal sheets so that we have a very refined and special finishing. So like I was saying, it's a matter of working in details and using the materials for the potential they have, and the potential is extraordinary. So we go from what Giovanni told you gives us inspiration, and we translate that into a way of using the material so that we make it enhance its extraordinary characteristics and make really very great color and style and pattern combinations.
Vanni Eyewear is known for its stylish and elegant designs. So can you tell us more about your target audience and how you cater to their needs?
Vanni is when we think about developing our products is thought for a target of final customers between, let's say, they're 30 and 50s. Okay, And we care a lot about details. But a very important word in I would say proposing our products and collection is differentiation. This means that through details, through special materials, through unique colors, we want that give the possibility to our customers to properly express their internal soul. So we believe that the frames are really the first accessories that you see when you meet a person, and we believe that our customer through eyewear, they can immediately express their character and their soul. And so we make I think products that can be defined to see, but also to be seen. It's really important to have products which can stand out, which doesn't mean that they have to be crazy. No. They can be also sober, but that touch of color or that particular cat eye shape will define in a quick blink the character and the soul of the person. That's our aim.
So, as a follow-up question to Alessandra, how do you actually manage to, maintain balance between fashion and functionality in your designs?
I must say it's that's our expertise. We have been doing that for over 40 years. So we have been building up, that's experience. That's the experience we have developed over the years. And it's just about that, being able to match a great style with a functional frame that is not too heavy, that is very comfortable, that can wear lenses that you can change also, because you might not always want to change the frame, but you also want to sometimes just to be able to adjust the lenses according to your development of the problem of sight that you have. So it's really a matter of matching excellent materials, because really you have to start, good quality is the end of a process that is made up different steps, and each step has to be done with the best expertise and the best materials. So you cannot make discount on using materials that are not the best. You have to have the best material. That is a guarantee of good quality, and good quality also makes a very nice, wearable, comfortable frame that is using being there for the function it has to assault. Because like we mentioned at the very beginning, we never have to forget the glasses are a medical device. So they're there to be able to support lenses that help people see better. So we want people to feel comfortable, what they look like, but they have to see well and have glasses that are easily adjustable, that are strong, and also very light on their face, because you have to wear them all day long.
That's actually essential.
Yeah.
So, Giovanni, can you share any exciting new releases or collaborations that Vanni Eyewear has in the pipeline?
Of course, in 40 years of history, we have had many special projects, many special and capsule collections and so on. In this particular moment, we are very connected with the world of contemporary arts. So contemporary art for us, it's much more than inspiration. We want to share visions and values with young artists that can really, in some way, have a dialogue with our style department and bring different point of views when it comes to the product itself, when it comes to the colors, when it comes to materials. So from this point of view, we are now sponsor of a very big contemporary art show in Europe, which is called Artissima. And we have put together, I think, a very nice project and program of a contest that helps us to, through their, let's say, big visibility in the world of arts, to, through a jury, make a selection of a winner, of a young artist that is collaborating with us for 1 year to develop a very specific and unique project.
a couple of questions from Alessandra. How does Vanni Eyewear approach sustainability and social responsibility in its business practices?
This is my favorite question because I'm really passionate about this. So actually, we're very, very happy because at Silmo in Paris, we've just been awarded in October the prize for best 2024 responsible company in the eyewear industry. So of all the companies in the world, we've been awarded with this special prize that makes us very proud, because it's important that what we are doing in the field of sustainability is being seen by the industry, and hopefully and eventually also by the end consumer, and of course by the opticians in the world. So what is it about? In 2021, after the pandemic, we had a look at our business. We went through what we have been doing over the past 35 years then, and we wanted to give a value to that, because I think we have been responsible all through those years, but we wanted to make it visible and also give a sound photography of what we are now. So we changed our statute, our company statute, and we became a benefit corporation. That is a Italian regulation that allows company to add in their statute not also their goals linked to the creation of a profit, which is indispensable and is, very important. But along with that, companies nowadays have also to incorporate in their goals purposes that are called common goods. So respect for the nature and for the people. So we have done this switch, which is very important. So since then, we are very engaged in promoting a culture of sustainability in the field of eyewear. So not only we do it for ourselves, but we try to create a culture. You were talking about education in the field of optical, but it's, of course, there's an education linked to the medical device itself, but also I think younger generation and younger future generations of opticians and optometrists and ophthalmologists have to be aware of the impact the industry has on the world. So we are doing that now, and actually we are also measuring the impact we have. As Vanni, we have led a study last year that is called an LCA, a life cycle assessment on our product. So we know today that carbon dioxide emissions are the first cause for climate change that is making our life on the planet very harsh and hard. You are experimenting that in India. We are experimenting that in Europe. We have, drought that is followed by extreme climate events, long-lasting rains that cannot be contained, and floods. So the climate is just going crazy. We know that the emissions of carbon dioxide are the principal cause for that. So we want to study how much the production process of a pair of Vanni glasses is creating in terms of CO2 emissions. So we have done a study. So we know that today the production of one frame in acetate produces 2.35 kilos of CO2. So the idea is that from that, nowadays, we can make that the values smaller, and it's our commitment to do that. And I think it's an engagement we all should take, in the world, because we really have to take care of this planet and make it nice for those who will come.
I'm just wondering how you engage with your customers and build a community around your brand.
It's very hard. And for example, this is a way of engaging. The possibility you're giving us to reach your audience and being able to discuss this is very important. Means like this are incredible, powerful, because you have the possibility of creating a culture of sustainability, because everyone can do a little bit. we cannot change the world one by one, but if we join together, we can make a change. And that's the direction we have to work for. So being engaged in with the very aware press sector like yourself, it's important because you have a way of, you know, reaching out to a lot of people. So being there to be a witness of this is important. Tomorrow, for example, I will be at the University of Torino giving a lecture on sustainability in the industry of eyewear, because we want to explain to future opticians, because they're just studying there, so they'll be the opticians of the future, what they have to consider when they, for example, choose products to carry in their stores. And they have to choose products with an eye to sustainability, to those, you know, choosing a product that lasts longer. We don't want to see any more products that you make and last, because they have low quality, they last not very long, and then you throw away and you create a lot of useless waste. So that awareness has to go through generation and to the people who are in the business. So we try to do that every day. So through the press, through education, through creating a movement of companies who are very aware of this and should create a coalition that has the power to enhance these topics and make it, you know, discussed a bit everywhere.
In India also, we are experiencing a lot of awareness around this topic because of the changes in environment and obviously, the quality. And
Yes.
as a follow-up to Giovanni, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs looking to break into the eyewear industry?
It's very important to have a very clear project. So the idea is from where everything starts. So a new idea or an old idea, perhaps, but it's extremely important to have a clear project and then be extremely focused on that project without too many, let's say, disruptive and parallel project. I think you have to start really with one project and be extremely focused on that. Believe that what you're doing is the best that you can, and then follow your direction. But the consistency and the focus, I think, is what makes the difference. Of course, it must be a competitive and nice idea, and that will also attract investments from perhaps investors, but also will attract investments from the market and from customers. But the consistency on the project and the idea and the focus, I think, is extremely important. So you must give a perimeter to your activity and focus in that perimeter.
It's an extremely important topic, and I would say that Vanni Eyewear has been making quite a lot of wonderful and appreciable noises in the recent past, and I would really thank you for taking time out for today's interview. I hope the Indian audience, especially the opticians, would love to have a glimpse of Vanni Eyewear. And I would also further request you to please allot some time at Mido for us to cover the products and share the ranges with the opticians here in India as well.
We would love to really feel welcome. Let's set when and how, and let's make the time. And I think it's so nice, because at the center of everything, Giovanni mentioned that at the beginning, is the people behind the things they do. So it's very important, and we value that very much. And we are very good friends of India. We love India. We have been to India before. We want to come back. And I think we have so many things in common, many shared values. And on the basis of that, we can just build beautiful things.
Yes, I agree. I really want to thank you for the time and for this opportunity. I want to say hi to all the Indian market. And as Alessandra was mentioning, I think that between Italian and Indian culture, we do share some important values which are linked to humanity, which are linked to the family, and really what we call the human touch, which I think today we never have to miss. Although we are in the business, we must make profits, but the human touch, especially for medium, small enterprises, is what makes the difference.